My child just ate Tums 1000. I have no idea how many he ate, but he was alone with the bottle of what he thinks is candy. By the looks of the bottle, he could have eaten any amount from 5 to 25. These are my husband's Tums that were left out on the bathroom counter, and I don't have a clear idea of how many he ate. I contacted Poison Control and they said no milk or cheese and to watch him, and if he gets a belly ache in the next 2 to 4 hours then to call them back. I am worried about him, and from what I have read since the call, he could have severe reactions like breathing issues, rapid heartbeat, or even coma. Given that, I am wondering if those side effects come after the belly ache or all at once, or will he really be okay? He is 2.5 and weighs almost 30 pounds.
Hi there, good job contacting Poison Control, as this is exactly what you should have done. Tums contains calcium carbonate and it is the active ingredient, and it is not often toxic in an ingestion. I can see why he did this, as they taste and look like candy. Here is a page for you to look at: http://www.nlm.nih.gov/medline+/nc/article/002605.htm. Calcium is involved in muscle contraction, and your heart is muscle that contracts, so that you may have some muscle twitching or irregular heartbeat. However, the thing I find a bit concerning about your son is that we have no idea how many he had. 5 are unlikely to cause him much of any problem at all, while 25th of may be a different story. I think they are 500 milligrams each, correct? The most common initial symptom they list is that of nausea and vomiting. I believe this is why Poison Control is telling you to call them back if he has belly pain/ache, to see if he took more than the small side of the possible amount. Hi. What I would recommend you do for your own peace of mind, and just in case he took on the 25 side of the spectrum, is consider taking him to the ER if it is possible for you. They may decide to either give him some charcoal or make him throw up, but it is not at all advised for you to do this at home.
Hi, unfortunately the Tums 1000 contain 1000 milligrams.
While potent Tums, I have only shopped for the 500 extra strength ones myself. How unlucky for you. Poison Control is usually excellent in their recommendations for ingestions, and the info I have is consistent with what they told you, but you need to do what you feel comfortable with. I'm trying to find the mg/kg overdose for kids based on the high side estimation you have.
I honestly don't know how many he ate. I don't take Tums and my husband is at work. I called him and he said the bottle was about half full. I can pour out as many as 25 or more and the bottle still looks half full to me, so who knows. Danny loves candy, so I don't imagine he ate less than 5. This happened at 8:30 this morning, it's 10:15 now. How long before these symptoms begin to show themselves? If they do, and if it gets to toxic levels, do those symptoms come on slowly, or does it turn into an emergency situation pretty quickly? The local ER wait time is usually 2 to 4 hours, which is why we haven't gone yet. I am just worried.
Hi, so just to reassure you, if your husband estimates the bottles was half full and it still looks that way, he may not have taken too many in. They are not that tasty. The max dose for his age would be one of these as an antacid. Now almost 2 hours later he would have absorbed them/digested them already, thus they can't really remove them from his stomach that easily. Why don't you fill the bottle now with something to occupy the volume and then start adding some in to see if 25 really still looks half full? I bet it won't. The first side effects, as Poison Control instructed you with, tend to be nausea/throwing up and belly pain. Emergent side effects don't seem to be common with this, so I can't tell you in what order they would appear for him, but I would expect them to be shortly after the medicine is digested and absorbed.
Okay. I always have to err on the side of worst-case scenarios with the little ones. That way I am prepared and know what to do. If he only had a few, great and lesson learned, and I will be going to buy a medicine cabinet for the bathroom today. If he did have a lot of them, and it's probably somewhere the middle, I should expect to see the effects now? Otherwise, it's safe to assume he didn't have too many and his little body will be okay?
Yes. I can't urge you enough to put all of any meds like this away, as kids are great at opening child safety tops. If you have any concerns about him at all today, go straight to the emergency room though.
Okay. Thank you. Can you give me an idea about when I can breathe easier? An hour? 4?
I also would expect some constipation, by the way. I would think that you should be able to breathe easy the more time passes in general, another few hours, and if he is still totally fine, it would be unlikely that he ingested on the high side of your estimation.
Thank you. Will the constipation sort itself out? I have never had any experience with a child who is constipated.
Well, try for some more juice and fruits tomorrow or tonight if he is fine to plan ahead, but yes, it should in a few days be fine as well.
Thank you. Last question, besides dairy, is there anything else he can't have? For instance, doesn't OJ have calcium? Should I just keep him away from anything that has calcium in it at all for the day and into tomorrow? Or is tomorrow okay?
I would wait a few days before returning to dairy only. Yes, OJ that is fortified, it will say it on the box, does have calcium. They have that blue label on most boxes, but it has to specify. After tomorrow, with a good normal day and a good poop, you can give him dairy again.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Send me a note later today to see how he is doing if you remember, as I will be thinking about him all day.
If you have a health question and want to chat with a doctor now, visit justanswer.com/ythealth.